set it up, perhaps we can start with some questions and answers that you guys might have on domain names. Everybody know what a domain name is? Or there are questions at this point. You don't understand what a domain name is. Can you set this up? Or you will need a pen drive? So, yeah, tell me. Do we know what domain name is? Guys, I want an interactive session. I'm the last speaker. So let's be cool about it.
So domain name is, can I answer?
No? Okay, here's some literature, little bit, not much. We'll give an idea.
Domain name is basically an identification for you on the internet.
Yeah.
As to how would you look or sound on the internet basically.
Yeah, an online presence. Just like Mr. Reddy was saying, that when you have your company evaluated, you have tangible assets, you have intangible assets. Intangible assets does include your brand name. But has anybody ever thought of including your domain name as an intangible asset and having that evaluated? No. Yeah, why? Because it's not a common practice, but whereas if we go international, this is a common practice. People have registered domain 15 years back, 19 years back, and they have a website running on it. So it's a brand equity that they have created. And now when they are perhaps getting into M&A or anything like that, everything gets evaluated except the brand name.
I think most of the e-commerce companies have their name registered.
Well, everybody has their name registered.
So the e-commerce companies the earlier which came up.
E-commerce companies, which is the e-commerce company that you can think of? Amazon, eBay, and sorry? Flipkart is in India. Yeah. So these are the domain names that we can think of. But then the first domain name that was registered, do we even know what was it? What was it? Was it a .com or was it a .net? .com, right? Yeah. So now today there exist over 280 million domain names with 3 billion internet users accessing these domain names. So it's tremendous, as in you see there are n number of opportunities available for everybody. Now we would talk about the various categories of the domain names. So we'll come to the domain names which are used by internet companies, e-commerce companies, or just by the brands. So we have the original generic domain names which are .com, .net. These are 22 extensions available. Then you have CCTLDs. These are the country code extensions, like Lucy was saying. You have .co.in, .in. These are the country code extensions, the two-letter names, .in. There are over 225 extensions such available. Then you have country code subdomains, which is .com.au, .com.cn, .co.jp, and very recently, last year, the new extensions were launched. These are the generic domain names like .guru, .pharma, .attorneys. So, and these are 650 extensions that are being launched and are still in the process of being launched, and which will be launched in next 3 to 4 years. So, internet is growing tremendously, and so now we will cover up a little bit about the original generic domain names. So, 1984 was when the domain name was started. They have no restrictions. Anybody can register. You, me, anybody, even somebody who is illiterate can register a domain name. There are no